Welcome to the Talk Podcast with ideas strategist Linda Reed-Enever. Talk is where we chat about ideas and inspiration you can use to market your business. Get ready for practical tips you can implement today with your host, Linda Reed-Enever.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the Talk Podcast, where we dive into marketing, content creation, and course creation success. I'm your host, Linda Reed-Enever, and if we've not met before, I'm an impact and marketing strategist that teaches you what I do. And today we're going to dive into building a pre-launch list to help you sell your course. If you want a successful course launch, you can't just open it for enrollment and hope for the best. Build it and they will come no longer exists and really never did when it came to course creation. A strong pre-launch list and audience building ensures that when our course goes live, we already have an audience to market it to. They're engaged, they've learned from us, and they're excited to buy. Today we'll be covering why a pre-launch list matters, how to build one, and the best tools that I like to use to make it happen. So grab a notebook if you don't have one with you already, and let's get into it. Let's start building your pre-launch list to help you sell your course. So let's start with why this pre-launch list matters. If you wait until launch day to start marketing your course, you're behind the eight ball. You're too late in lots of ways. A pre-launch list helps you build demand for that course in advance so that by the time you open enrollment, you're not selling to strangers, you're selling to a warm, interested audience in what you have to teach. Here's why a pre-launch list is crucial to your course creation success. It builds trust before launch. People need time to get to know you before they commit. Remember, it takes multiple touch points for people to be able to buy from us. So we need to be able to start to create some of those interactions through social media, through building our list and engaging. It makes marketing easier. We're not just relying on cold traffic off the internet. We've got people who are already engaged with us and they're engaged leads. Building a pre-launch list increases our conversion rate. A warm audience converts much better than a cold one, and we want to be talking warmly with the people who are about to come in and learn from us. And it helps validate your course idea. If no one's signing up for our pre-launch offers, then maybe we need to tweak our offer. And it also makes sure that we've got the right course idea in place. And if it's not, then we can go and move on to something else. So the goal behind our pre-launch list is by launch day, we have a group of engaged people who are ready to enroll. So how do we go about building that pre-launch list? First thing is we need to create a lead magnet and give them a reason to sign up. People rarely nowadays sign up to our email list for nothing. We need a lead magnet, a free resource that provides immediate value and gives them an immediate win. If we understand giving people a win through our course creation journey, when we create our course, in our marketing and through our lead magnets, we create this automatic, oh, I won, I know how to do that, I know how to do that, I know how to do that, and we create this momentum for our students. So we want to make sure that everything we do when we market our course is creating wins for our students along the way. Our lead magnet should solve a small but important problem for the audience. And we might have 5 or 6 of them we want to release. And you can do that, but do one at a time. It needs to be directly related to that course topic. It needs to be easy to consume. Checklists, mini courses, templates, those sorts of things work really, really well. So some lead magnet ideas we like to use here at Reed-Enever Group, not only for ourselves, but with our clients, is things like a free checklist, like 10 things you need to know before course topic, pop it in there. Mini courses or free courses that are a teaser of our paid course or the starting point before our paid course. Free guidebooks that step them through the process to get ready for what the content might be in our course. And my favorite is live trainings and webinars. These position ourselves as the expert. We also get to answer the questions for our potential students, and it builds trust along the way. And I have clients out there at the moment who are successfully growing their email list through live webinars, and they're presenting maybe 4 or 5 topics. So it doesn't have to be a new webinar every time. You can have a series on rotation and present them and become that expert in your field. So here's an example. If we're launching a social media marketing course, the lead magnet could be 5 steps on Instagram growth, a quick win and a resource that will make people want more. It can be delivered in an ebook, it could be delivered as a mini course, or it can be delivered as a live training or webinar, or it could be delivered as all 3. And that makes the power of that lead magnet work really well. So after we've decided what that lead magnet is going to be, we need to build a landing page to capture those email addresses. Now, I'm a Thinkific approved expert. I really like building my lead magnets in Thinkific because that's exactly where I want my student to end up when we're marketing our courses. The lead magnet landing page needs to be simple, clear, and persuasive. What does it cover? get my free lead magnet and learn what? It needs to have a short description. Why is it valuable? It needs to have a simple form or a simple process for them to be able to sign up. So, name and email. And it needs to have a strong call to action. Get instant access, download now. I build 90% of my lead magnets and downloadables inside Thinkific. Inside my Thinkific school, I create them as a course. I've got a little video introduction that says, thank you very much for downloading this lead magnet. The download is there, and a little bit of how they can use it along the way. And then that engages them with me already as a teacher. At the end of that download video, then I've got another thank you video that says, if you found this useful, this course might help you, or our membership here might help you. And then I link my landing page up with MailerLite. That then allows me to be able to feed my information and my email campaigns through with everyone along that way. The other thing that I like to do inside creating lead magnets, if we're doing live webinars, I'll either use my Thinkific school or I'll use Eventbrite. And the reason I love Eventbrite is it gets me out in front of other people's audiences. But you can do both. You can have it on your Thinkific school, you can have it on your website, and you've got multiple places out there to be able to connect. A pro tip when we're doing this is add your lead magnet to your Instagram bio, your website, social media posts for maximum visibility. If you're on Facebook, remember to update your header image because that is normally pushed out to more people and it is a good way of you being able to promote your course. So once we've got our landing page done and we know what it's going to be and we've told people, this is our lead magnet, this is what they're going to get the email address, and we get instant access and they can download now, we deliver that file. And as I said, I like to do that via Thinkific because it's nice and easy. Then we delve into the world of promoting our lead magnet to grow our list. Now, there are a number of ways that we can promote this lead magnet and get the word out. First of all, social media posts. We're sharing it on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. We might do some stories. We might add it to our email signature. We might create some videos around it that introduce the topic and then lead people to the sign up page. We might share in different Facebook groups links to our lead magnet. We could possibly even do ads. But one of the handy things that I like to do here is I like to look for questions that relate to this course or this lead magnet. And then I would like to provide a valuable answer. And then I say, for more details, this tool might help you. This freebie that I have might help you along the way. Another pro tip that I like to share here is you can run a giveaway where people enter by signing up for your lead magnet. And this giveaway could be a quick boost for your subscribers. It could be a free enrollment in your course. It could be a session with you. It's just something that gives everyone who signs up for that lead magnet the opportunity to be able to win something from you. And you could do that once a month or you could do it over a period of time. I like to see lead magnets be evergreen when we're creating them too, guys. If you can create an evergreen lead magnet that's continually out there marketing your course, then you know that it continues and goes on and on throughout the journey. Once people have signed up, we can't leave them hanging. If we're in pre-launch mode, we can build a fantastic, excited, we're getting ready to launch sequence coming up. We also need to be sending maybe newsletters out to these people who've signed up for our campaign. We've connected our Thinkific school or our Eventbrite with MailerLite. We've set up a group and now it's time to start sending emails through to those people so that they now can continue to be engaged with us. So here's a simple email sequence you can use. For email number 1 is welcome and we deliver the freebie. We thank them, we introduce ourselves and we tell them where they can get that freebie because, sometimes they sign up in the middle of the night and they're going to forget where that freebie is. Email number 2 shares a quick win or a bonus related to that freebie and also links how you dive into that further into your course. Email number 3 shares another win and it tells a story about when maybe you were in their position or clients that you work with and shows how your expertise in your course can help them. Email number 4 is the teaser. We're in pre-launch mode here. We drop hints about the upcoming course. We talk about it and we get really excited. And email number 5 is that early access offer. You invite them to join before the public launch. They've signed up for the email campaign. They've signed up for the lead magnet and we do it that way. We can do an evergreen sequence as well. Obviously, that's not going to have the early access offer, but you can basically go through a very similar process with email, not so much the course teaser, but diving into introducing the course and then updating them then with how that course can help them along the way. The tools that we love to use to automate emails here in-house at Reed-Enever Group, I'm a number 1 MailerLite girl, but there are really good tools out there like ConvertKit and ActiveCampaign you can tap into as well. Pro tip, to make sure that your email is more likely to be delivered in the inbox and also to make it feel a little bit more personal, use their name. Use it in the to field and use it as you open up the email address. So use it in the subject line and use it in the opening line of your email campaign. MailerLite itself has great little handy name fields that you can use for that and it's nice and simple and ready to go. So there we go. We've walked through what type of lead magnet you can offer, how you can build your list, why it's important, what's the toolkit you need. Okay, from my point of view, MailerLite, simple, it's effective, budget friendly, and it helps you with email marketing and automation. And you can even create landing pages through MailerLite to help people sign up from there. The lead magnet hosting itself, I either like to have inside our Thinkific courses or on Eventbrite where we're hosting the webinar through Zoom. So that's another tool that you need. Design tools for creating them. Canva helps you create stunning PDFs. You can use Google Docs as well. And another tool that we like in here is Designer, and you can take multiple series of blog posts that you have out there and turn it into ebooks, which is really handy to get in. Set your system up once and then let the automation do the work. We can do a pre-launch campaign, we can do an evergreen campaign, but in-house here we like to use things called master documents where we write those campaigns out, we know where they all are, and we turn one on and we turn one off, and we make sure that everything's set up for those groups and that automation. And then don't forget the leads who are not ready to buy. Send a newsletter, engage with your audience regularly, keep giving them those mini wins once a month, and then allow the people to follow you on the journey. Not everyone's going to be ready to buy when they download that lead magnet or when they attend that webinar. But through conversing with people and showing them that you still think they're important, then you have a chance of converting them later on down the track. That's a wrap on today's episode. This has been a quick introduction on how to build a pre-launch list to help you sell your course. With the right strategies and tools, we can attract our audience, we can attract them ahead of time, we can warm them up and have buyers ready for when we launch. So here's your action plan. Create a valuable lead magnet, build a landing page on Thinkific, MailerLite or Eventbrite, promote it consistently, and nurture your list with email sequences along the way. If you've enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe, leave a review, and if you need extra guidance, please feel free to book a call with me at enrolments.com.au. And I look forward to seeing your courses come to life and being marketed. I'll see you in the next episode.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Talk with Linda Reed-Enever. Make sure you subscribe via your favourite podcast app so you don't miss the next great episode. You can find more ideas and inspiration at enrolments.com.au.